Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all.
He's got business cards. Yes. Professional with that pussy pop. Gotta keep it going, babies. Welcome to another live. I'm back in LA trying to give you a little something tea. The song is going a little off, but I'm gonna keep it shenanigans. Hey, the foolery out. The of it all. He doesn't swear anymore. That word. I don't swear anymore. Ooh, 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's do this properly because I need both Whitney and Michael up in this piece. I need both Whitney and Michael up in this piece. I need to give this waistline a little love. I need to give y'all more love than anything else. Oh. Well, I swear a little bit, but I try to keep it down as much as possible because, well, y'all know YouTube lately tries to find every single solitary thing they can possible to demonetize the channel, to not give people their dues and their money. So, why give them the ammunition? That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's go ahead and do this. I want to go ahead and get up, make sure I got the live chat up here so I can talk to y'all at the same time. Oh, it's been a long time. I'm so happy to be here in the room with y'all. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I'm back in LA. We need to talk about DragCon. I'm going to give some tea. I'm not going to give everything away because I have lots of interviews to actually share with you, okay? Let's see here. Send forever. Send me. I'm new. Oh, welcome from Alex's channel. Hey, if y'all haven't watched Alexander Rogers and Chris C. Diggy 1 with the pop roast, I was on this week's episode. Shout out to everybody that sent me so much love during that episode. I gotta tell you, there were some people who were very nasty in the comments. You know how trollish people like to do. They want to, spread negativity and hate, but we don't give them any kind of love or shine because I had way more love than hate for that video. We had a good time. We threw a lot of shade. I call out some people at DragCon, one person in particular. That's why there's sirens in the background, because they're trying to pick up their career. And I might talk about others too, who were rude to me as well. But for the most part, I had one of the best DragCons of my entire... Actually, it was better than my LA experience because I had my press pass. Hey, Topanga. Hey, sister. Listen, I know we forgot about the whole package with the can too, but we'll get it later. Oh, I'll talk about Vivacious, and I'll talk about somebody else too who was rude. Well, not so much them, but somebody who was working their booth. They called me local news. They tried to downplay my YouTube channel and what I have and what I'm trying to do. And unfortunately, that young troll of a man or whatever he wants to be addressed as or called, almost ruined my experience with meeting the queen who I needed to speak to. And if they didn't think I heard what stuff they said to the queen in particular prior to me walking in there, they're dead wrong. But again, I don't talk to bugs, I just step on them. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that share button. You know, and also if you want to donate, y'all know where the links are at my moderators in the room. Alicia, I miss you so much, baby. It's been such a time. And that's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants. Yes, girl, they tried me. I said, how am I local news when I have fans in Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia? Baby, I'm on every continent except for maybe Antarctica, and possibly somebody in Antarctica is watching me. But again, they tried it. And if you had seen what they looked like, you would have been like, now, Matthew, don't even. I said, I really didn't give him anything, honestly. I was more focused on the people who I really wanted to speak to. But apparently she was pressed about me having a press pass and the fact that South America, hold on, wait a minute, don't forget the other one. But she was pressed that I actually had a little pull and play. And also, when a fan came up to me and spoke to me in the front of their booth, she rolled her eyes like I'm not anybody. But if you saw what they look like, a body bag just walking around trying to make things happen with some crappy dreads. But I'll get to that little girl in a second, in just a moment here, because I said I was going to get you later, baby, and I promised you. I promised you. And here's my promise. You almost ruined Akiria's booth. You almost did. Tiana Mac saved you, baby. I'll tell you that right now, because I had time, energy, and the plan to gather you all the way together. But I said I'm not going to do that because I actually have a platform, I actually have a brand and a business for myself, and I'm actually doing things that are positive for the community, for the Black LGBTQ community, as well as the LGBTQ community in itself. But if you want to be that girl, you can be that girl. You can be that girl. Because I won't give it to you. But let's get into it. Now first things first, I'm the realist. First things first. Oh my God, look at Mark. I can't wait to stand in line at Matty's booth with me buying a $50 backpack that he will release, LOL. It won't be 50. I won't do y'all like that. I'll probably do like T.S. Madison did at DragCon. T.S. Madison didn't care if you bought something. She just was happy that you were there. I may be in Atlanta soon. Maybe for the Queen's Court. We don't know. I don't have a fan prop. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me, y'all? I should have props here again. What is wrong with me? I want to use my new fan. Girl, hold on. What do I do with all my what do I do with all my items? What do I do with all my items? Hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Let me go get a fan. We gotta get a fan here. I'm gonna play some music in the background with my mouth. Here we go. Do 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 do. Huzzah! Do 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 do. Huzzah! Matty Rants is back and he's giving you a little something. Ba da 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 da. Oh, Inga, thank you so much for that donate. Look, I'm having to use that from Alex, honey bunny. Alexander, let's just get into it. This is the new fan. Extra. That's the new fan, y'all. Extra. I live for this fan. I live and breathe for it. This is the new one I got from Daft Boy. A lot of people who are watching Alexander Rogers' video were asking me where I got my fans from. And most of y'all who watch me know that the ones I have the most come from Daft Boy. I'm a huge fan of their fan selection. They need to go ahead and put me on that sponsored payroll, since everybody was asking me where to get these fans from. And y'all know I love a good old nasty fan, a good old nasty wind. Ooh. But I want to tell y'all about my experience going to New Jersey, New York. I already did my Houston experience in my previous live about me and my brother reconnecting and it becoming a really good, moment for me to go. And I gained so much weight out there just eating and enjoying myself. I wasn't on that LA boo-boo diet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need to make a puss fan. I certainly do. I certainly do. I will get all these things together very soon, as well as a podcast that I've already started working on. Like, I have the equipment now to do the things I need to do. So now it's a matter of me just making sure I get everything done as far as the process, how it's going to work, how get the mics and all that type of stuff together. But I do now have the equipment for this. I'll say it again so everybody won't be geeked or gagged. Matty, you have the equipment. I have the equipment. I have the equipment. Um, my journey to Sunny Delight, thank you for that donate, baby. My journey to New York and New Jersey was a very beneficial one for me. I got to meet a lot of queens. I got to speak to a lot of girls who you would never have thought that I would get a chance to. I did do a lot of interviews. I didn't get to interview everybody. Two in particular. One was Aquaria. We spoke though. I spoke to Aquaria at Hardware. I believe that's the name of the club, where Shaquita was performing and Laganja performed. Me and Laganja talked for a little bit. But I didn't get a chance to interview Aquaria, but she told me it was going to be really difficult to do that because of how everything was set up. However, I got to talk to Aquaria and we had a really good conversation. Like I really enjoy Aquaria now that I've spoken to her outside of thinking of who she is on the show, and I was able to like listen and talk to her. I gave her a compliment on some look that she did, the birds of prey look that she did with the feathers going through, and she explained to me her process behind the look, which I thought was really dope. I was like, oh, I never would have looked those things up or thought about that. I just assumed you thought of a bird being shot out from the air, and it's like, no, it's actually from a fashion campaign, and she like really went into it with me. And then also, Willem was another one who I was going to interview, but I swear on it, y'all. I swear on it. My timing with her could never get right because she only did interviews in the mornings, as most queens were, except for the couple who I didn't have to because, friend privileges. I'm talking to you, Naomi Smalls and Evie. Shout out to you, babies. I love you. Naomi Smalls and Evie were like, come in, it's Matty. I'm like, like those are my babies. I love them to death. Who would have known that I'd be like so cool with Naomi and Evie? Well, I mean Evie, duh, but because Evie's everything. But Naomi is like my. If I ever see her, she knows I'm owe her a drink or something to eat if she wants to, and just a good time because she's such a good people. Like Naomi's such good people, and so is Evie. Evie's hilarious. Evie's just really busy because right now, Evie has a lot on her plate. That Las Vegas residency was announced during DragCon, for those of you who are not aware. The fine brother that he is, Jamel Sims. Jamal Sims, yeah, that's right, Yeah, who's done a lot of choreography for most of the seasons for certain challenges, is actually going to be the guy behind it, basically choreographing the show. From what I was told, and Naomi and Evie both said it in their interviews, we don't know just yet what's going to happen. We've gotten a lot of sketches of how everything's going to play out, but everything is soon to come, and of course, that starts January 2020, and I believe that lasts through August. I will be getting my tickets to go, so I will be in Vegas a few times to go see that show because I want to support my sisters and everything that they do. And I'm a fan now of Eureka after speaking with her, seeing her perform, understanding a little bit more about Eureka. I feel a little bit more comfortable with her now, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of girls. I did hear about the RuPaul Drag Race producer passing away. Somebody help me with her name right now. I want us to give her a moment. I honestly, I really should just look this up right now, but if someone can help me out with that, I want us to give her some love because it really sucks that happened, and it was unexpected, and she did a lot for the queens, and a lot of people really loved her, and Jacqueline Wilson. There we go. We lost a good one. A lot of us have her to thank for parts of the show, along with other producers and everybody else as well. This is a show that we spend our time, money, and effort into, and I want us to show her all the love in the world. So if you see a post about her, heart it. If you see something with her name, say it back, say it loud, say it proud, because that she was a part of the movement. She is one of those people that helped the show get along. She helped these queens. She believed in the show. And if anything, we need to give her family, and anybody affected by this some love, because that's not what we needed, right? All right. Absolutely. Now, if you saw Pop Roast, I did talk a little bit about my experience in New York and New Jersey. I did take the subway. Girl, I witnessed somebody pee on themselves, and an entire puddle basically made its way into the train and just went all the way as the train moved. So the people lifted up their feet. It was a mess. A man then talked about defecating himself for about 30 minutes after that. I got lost taking the subway, A, B, C, D train, 1, 2, 3. What is happening here? I got lost. I got nervous. The turnstiles too. Girl, I put that little Metro card through there and walked through, baby. When I tell you, I hope I can still have children, because my legs and my baby Johnson downstairs hit that sucker so hard. I was like, oh my God. I never screamed so loud. But I also love New York for certain things and parts and bits about it that make me really want to come back to New York. But the subway makes me nervous. Now, I will tell you what I did like, though. I did enjoy the New Jersey Transit train, the double-decker. Oh, that was everything. I liked that because it was so quick getting back from Penn Station in New Jersey, because that's where I was staying, to Penn Station in New York. I was here for that. I was not here for the one time I had to get on that baby and she didn't have no AC, and it was during rush hour around 5:30 in the afternoon, and it was horrible. I did get some authentic New York pizza. I got some Jersey pizza too from a guy who lived in New York and now he's in Jersey. Shout out to Queen's Pizza, or Queen's Deli, excuse me, because that's the one I went to. They were very nice to me when I was in there. I don't even think they knew like that I was gonna speak of them in this moment, but I really enjoyed the pizza, the food, all of that. I also got a hot dog from Papayas. Do y'all even know what that is in New York? It's this little spot. I think it was close by Times Square, but it was called Papayas, and all they have is hot dogs and juice and soda and all that type of stuff. And I ended up getting a hot dog from them with just mustard and ketchup. They were trying to put sauerkraut and stuff. I was like, what? They said that's like a New York dog. I was like, baby, just plain for me. That hot dog was the business. And I had that hot dog at, what time was it? It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, girl, let's just do this. You ready to get in the stories? I'm just talking. Y'all want to get in the stories? Let's get in the stories. Shall I start with me meeting the Vixen first? Are y'all ready for that story? You know, Jake Yoncé's favorite person. Are you ready for that story? Oh. Oh. Here is the gag. Here's the gag. So here's the thing. I've never hated the Vixen. I've never once disliked the Vixen. I can't always be on board with the way an argument is presented with her sometimes, but I understand where the message is and what she's trying to speak. Let's read Kay real quick. I love you, man. I'm just glad you're doing a live today. I had the worst day of my life so far. And I always keep, baby, come on, bring it in. I know we've all had some really bad days. You forget about that bad day. You sitting here with me, mama. You sitting here with me. Sit down next to me, right here. Michael right here. Whitney up here. Have a seat. Take your word. Before I start this story, y'all grab something to eat. Sit down. Take your worries away. This is what this channel is about. We're here to shade, we're here to read, we're here to laugh, we're here to cry, we're here to love. This is the emotional channel. And I'm here to make sure that you have a better day, just like you're here to help me with me having a better day. We'll help each other. So, now, I went to, let me get my brain together because my brain just had a little boop. My friend David told me that Honey Davenport was performing at this club called, oh, girl. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. No, where is it at? Honey has a night on Wednesdays, and I can't think of the name of the spot. They started following me on Twitter. Ooh, somebody help me with this one. But the Vixen was performing. Tell me I don't have to log in on Twitter. Tell me I don't have to log into Twitter so I can see this place. Oh, I have to log in. Never mind. Okay, I will get that information later. I actually will say it in the interview that I have with Honey Davenport. So whenever I post it, you will have the club location on Honey Nights, which are Wednesday nights. But that was the first day I was in Jersey. I literally took the train and I went to, what's it called? Took the train from New Jersey, went to New York, and I was in Chelsea, if that helps. I was in Chelsea area. I think it starts with a K. It was a cute club too. Bar. I really liked it. And the owner was really sweet too. That's why I really want to get this name right, because he was very nice to me. And attractive. And attractive, which is always super helpful. But it was Honey's night. Okay, let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. Let's do this. I mean, listen, after this week, like, T.S. Madison follows me now. That's like one of my favorite things. Hold on, let's get to my page real quick. Brief intermission. As I pull up this clip, I don't want to not give their name. I feel like that's wrong and rude of me, so let's try this again. Ooh, I read her. Hold on. Where is this at? Okay, here we go. Rebar. Rebar is the name of the place. Thank you. Rebar. Ooh, it's hot in this room. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's Rebar is the name of the spot, and it's Honey Nights are on Wednesday. So Honey does this really fun thing where she actually has she does like games with people, and she has audience participation. Now I'm not going to speak of the young man whose hole was looser than looser than a couple of these quick weaves I've been seeing on Married to Medicine, but we had a good time. And I got to, I love you too, Howard. I got to see Honey Davenport perform in her element. And she's very good. She reminds me of a Janet Jackson kind of performance because she's very controlled when she does a lot of her movements. Everything is very precise. She's very good on a spin. You know, I don't expect too many stunts from her, but I will say that she's very controlled. Her spin, her motions, everything is very precise in the movement. So I appreciated her when I saw her performing. I was like, dang, Honey can perform. I'm here for this. But I was not ready for the Vixen. Now, we've seen her on TV roll around the stage, girl. We have seen the best of our ability, her trying to give us some kind of life with some kind of song. Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm not lying. I know I'm telling the truth. But here's the giggle, the gag, and the goop. It was wonderful meeting you too, Nidra. Oh, how you doing, baby? I was so glad to meet a lot of you. I'm going to get to those stories too in just a second. Oh, hi, Nidra. There is video footage of me literally making the most faces I've ever made in my entire life. Doing a lot of this, like, oh, and oh, and oh. I was... That young man, that woman, that Vixen, yo. You want to talk about performance? Girl, I'll give it to you like this. Once they started doing the drag suicide number, you know her heel broke and she kept performing and it was as if it never broke. The heel broke. And she was just pointed toe, still going. I'm talking about this woman rolled off the stage, rolled back on the stage, the drop, the dip. Oh my God, the split action, everything was so right. I could do nothing but be in awe. I was like, wow. Okay, you're the real deal. This was I became a believer that night. I became a believer that night, y'all. I really, really did. I really did. I was not only impressed, I was also, what's the word I'm looking for? It was as if it was expected, but I was surprised in the same instance. Like, I knew you could turn it, girl, but you turned it. You turned it. Emily, it was so good. I was like, ooh, she is not to be played with. Whoa, she's not to be played with when it comes to lip syncing. I was like, oh, she is the one. She's the one. I was very impressed. But I was able to interview Honey Davenport afterwards. We had a really good interview. The Vixen stood behind me the entire time we were doing the interview. I don't even think you could see her in the shot, but she was paying attention to me, probably studying me and making sure I wasn't some jerk trying to be messy and be like, girl, who did you not like from your season? Because I told them when I was going to ask questions, I wasn't going to ask anything related to drama on the show, only if it was something that was important to their storyline that didn't seem to be addressed fully on the show. Maybe we can get a little bit more information so that way people can understand and not just assume things, this, that, and the other. But it was what it was. So Honey was great. Honey is just a lovely, lovely human being. And Honey's message is for people to leave her show loving everybody and not bringing hate to the party. Don't bring any hate into the party. Please don't. And I was really here for when Honey said that because I'm always dealing with people like that. And to me, I'm the same way. I don't want anybody to bring any hate to me or to anybody else. Like, we throw little jabs, shade, this, that, and the whatever, but this is all out of fun. This is not out of taking it seriously. I don't go home with this kind of stuff. So I was happy about that. But after that, I asked the Vixen, is there any way I can interview you? And at first she was out of drag and she was like, oh no, baby, I want to be, nice or whatever. But that didn't happen. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm sorry. Scratch all that. She was very nice and she was like, let's do it Sunday at like DragCon or at Black Girls Magic because she wanted to be dressed. So I was like, that's perfectly fine. We'll do it. And guess what? I not only got an interview with the Vixen, but I also had Honey in the same interview. So Honey got an interview twice. Really, I was talking to the Vixen, but Honey was there and it was just like, a group interview together. I interviewed Mariah Paris Balenciaga. I interviewed Scarlet Envy. I interviewed Vanjie. I have a Vanjie interview. And shout out to her manager who saw me at Silky Ganache's booth because I was about to interview Silky and I got a Silky interview too. But he was talking to her and I was like, real quick, because he had a Vanjie jersey. And I was like, I am really trying to get this interview. I don't know if you remember me from DragCon LA because I came to Vanjie's booth the last time. Whoop, 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 whoop. He said, okay, what time is good for you? I was like, maybe this time, maybe that time. He goes, come by 1 o'clock. I came at 12:55, girl, and I got that interview baby. Oh, I almost said the B word. Oh, almost got me. I got that interview. I got it. Please give me a moment. I'm going to post a clip of it. No, the Vixen's like my height. The Vixen's like almost as tall as me. I'm 5'10", so the Vixen's like my height. But no, I will post the clip of the Vanjie interview on my Instagram, and Twitter. It was really funny. We had a cute little moment where we were just talking or whatnot, and Vanjie had kind of took over the interview. She grabbed my mic and everything, girl. I was just like, wait a minute, sister. But yes, I got to meet John Polly. I have an interview with John Polly, who does the extra recap. Y'all know John Polly. He was there doing stuff for his podcast, and I just got to meet him and talk to him. And I was like, listen, brother, I have been doing this for such and such amount of time. You're one of the people who I used to see do reviews, and I wanted to do reviews too. Like, it was all that. And I gave him so much love, and, he was he reciprocated it. He was very nice. Very, very nice guy. And it was really cool. Gave me a hug and everything. He was nice. We took pictures. He's very nice. I got to meet every Drag Race UK girl. And they all know who I am. That was the gag. Okay, I'm going to give y'all some tea. Apparently, Blue Hydrangea. Blue did this, girl. Blue sent my video in the group chat with all the girls from Drag Race UK. Okay? And they all were watching my video. Something Wong got me together at DragCon. Something Wong read me for filth. I want to go ahead and formally apologize here and now in case anybody didn't see this. Something wrong. I apologize for talking about, I don't know what I thought she was a white woman doing some sort of Asian stereotype at first. I don't know how I messed that up, but I was just watching the show and I was like, what is this? I'm confused. And then the whole blinking bit. She has a tick. I didn't know that. And I thought her lash glue was kind of messing with her eyes, so she was blinking hard and the lights were just too much. But in actuality, she has a tick, and she gathered my soul together for that. She was, of course, being nice and funny about it, but she was like, girl, you went in on me. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. Oh, but let me tell you the two in particular, because I loved all of them. They all were super great to me. Bag of Chips is hilarious, by the way, and she's really nice. But the two in particular, next to Something Wrong, because I really did enjoy, I enjoyed her a lot. She dragged me, sister. She dragged me. She dragged me, girl. She was dragging me. She was like, girl, you had me all wrong. I was like, I had to, clearly. And that's why I kept saying, I don't know what this is. But the Vivian and Vinegar Strokes. Okay, let's start with Vinegar Strokes first. First of all, when I saw Vinegar Strokes, she goes, oh my God, my favorite YouTuber. And I nearly like melted. And she was like, you're one of my favorite YouTubers doing it, and da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like, what is happening here? This is not happening. Blue lived too. I was like, wait a minute, this is not happening. Like, Blue was living too. She was like, girl, I love your stuff. And I was like, oh my God. I like really was screaming. I was screaming about that because Blue is gorgeous in person, by the way. And Scaredy Cat's a real sweetheart too. Hi, Scaredy Cat. You were absolute adorbs, honey. But Vinegar Strokes and me were shooting the breeze, girl. We had a little interview. I didn't get an interview with all the Drag Race UK girls because they were busy. They were busy, honey. But I got an interview with Vivian. I got an interview with the Vivian. I got an interview with Something Wrong, and I got an interview with Vinegar Strokes. Those were the three I was able to get. I tried to get one with Blue, and we talked about it, but Blue was busy, and I actually did not recognize her in full drag the last day of DragCon because she was so tall. She had on these high boots, and it just looked like somebody else at first. I kept staring at her like, is that Blue? I need to talk to her, but I kept messing it up. Anywho, oh, girl, I'm getting hot just having this whole conversation. So I have a video of me and the Vivian sharing a chicken tender like Lady and the Tramp. I will be posting that today. The interview with the UK queens, I'm not able to post until after the 24th. I am under contract with World of Wonder as a part of my stipulations with my press pass to not be able to post any interviews in relation to the season that's coming up for them on October the 3rd until after my birthday. My birthday is September 24th, by the way. So my birthday is actually 13 days from today. Isn't that amazing? All donations are super thankful for birthday presents. But those will be posted a lot later. But yes, World of Wonder, I had to do a whole thing with them and send my email confirming that I'm not going to post those interviews until after the 24th. So yeah, y'all will have to wait a little bit longer for them, but I do have a video of that I can post of the Vivian and me literally sharing a chicken tender, mouth to mouth. Oh, thank you, Squall. I appreciate it. Mouth to mouth, and it was great, but we didn't kiss or anything, but we definitely shared a chicken tender, so I was really thankful about that. I thought that was hilarious. The Vivian is so beautiful in person, and she's so much fun, and she's so awesome and cool. Like, I do accept birthday fan art, but I don't have a P.O. box right now, and that's because I'm trying to get an address together, and later on in the video, I will explain the new situation with the living situation, but let's just do this first. Let's do this first. Oh my God, it's hot. But the Drag Race UK girls are great. The Vivian was lovely. She was like, I loved your video. She was so nice to me. She gave me the biggest hug. I felt so much warmth and love from the Vivian. I was like, oh my gosh, like I live and breathe for her. I live and breathe for I already did during the video, but I was like, oh my God, I love her so much. Yeah, the Drag Race UK girls were great. I met almost every single drag queen possible except for a few. And some of them I didn't meet because their prices were way too high. And I have a press pass. I can walk up and ask if I can interview them or see them, but it's not a guaranteed for me to be directly talking to them. Some of those people who work those booths, I don't know if it's because press has been abusive to them before in the past or whatever the case may be, but they were a little snotty to me because they're like, who are you? And what do you do? And what's this and that and the other? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't expect any of you to know me. I'm not walking up here saying to myself, you should know who I am. That's not how I walked up to you. I walked up to you like any other professional would and say, do you mind if I get a 5-minute or less interview with these queens? Not asking about anything to do with Drag Race, more about their personal stuff where people can find them on social media. It's like a promo thing for them. Oh, I'm doing another Alex stuff. Promotion for them. It's on my channel. Some of these people don't know unless they're watching me. It's possible. Like, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but it's possible. I didn't go speak to Gia Gunn because I don't want to speak to her after that incident that had happened. If anything, if I ever were to speak to her again, or if anything like that were to ever come up with a conversation, I'll wait until we're outside of any sort of drag race, anything to do that. I did not meet Cameron Michaels because I didn't even know where Cameron Michaels was half the time. And that's not shade. It's just that I wasn't interested in not shade. I just wasn't interested. I didn't know what kind of story I would get or what we could talk about, like I had for every other queen who I saw, who I was like, ooh, I know what I can say. Ooh, I know what questions I want to ask. Ooh, I didn't have anything for her. I wanted to interview Manila, but it seemed like that was going to be impossible. Shangela was not there. I'm going to stop reading these comments because I need to focus on my story so I'm not just going off track here. Manila's line started at $60 a pop. One more time. $60. $60. That turned me off. That was the first thing. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, is she the biggest deal here? Because, I mean, that was the highest price I saw, next to some celebrity who has only been in a movie, maybe 3 or 4 of them, and was charging people $100 to meet him, and he wasn't nobody, okay? At all. Like, at all. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I think Jake alluded to him in one of his videos, because me and Jake, when we went to DragCon LA, we saw that same price and was like, girl, please, $100? And we were fans of him from his movie. It's an iconic movie, but I was like, $100? You haven't done enough to be $100 worth of a meeting. No, sister, no. I had to take my little water glass, okay? Lisa, yes, him. Him. $100. It was like, what? Girl, come on now. I'll give you a hint. T.S. Madison wasn't charging anybody to meet her. I'll say it again. T.S. Madison was not charging anyone to meet her, to speak to her, to be on a video. At all. Samuels? No, girl. It was, she doesn't even go here, that guy. T.S. Madison didn't charge now nobody. That video I posted on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook, that was a free video, sisters. That was a free video. She literally was like, come here, cutie, come here. You are fine. I was like, girl, you with your old sickening body looking stuff. Yes, ma'am. Like all that type of stuff. I live for her. Live. But it was the whole, why are you charging these people so much? Then there were certain queens who I couldn't believe were charging $40-something. And I was like, you didn't have that long of a run. Or it was like, are you that popular? I just didn't get the prices for some of the people as far as taking a picture and meeting them. I know their time is valuable. And maybe they saw in DragCon LA that the lines were so long that they could charge them that much. But me personally, I'm thinking to myself, would I charge that much ever in life to meet somebody? And I don't think that I'm that above anything, no matter how far I get in this world, to think that way. Now, you know, if I'm doing like press and stuff like that for a press week, that's not chargeable. That's press. But if it's fans wanting to meet me to say hello, I can't think of anything. Now, Willem, I liked because Willem said buy one thing. It didn't say how much. Willem said buy one thing. She had items that were $5 up to 50 or I think $40. I don't think it went higher than 40 or something like that. Maybe. But she also had her makeup at her booth, which was Coverboy. But the cheapest item I saw was a $5 lighter with her face on it, either Boy Willem or you know, girl version of Willem. And so people were buying those lighters, but they were able to take pictures and meet up with her. I bought her shirt. I have the Willem shirt now. I'll wear that in one of my videos. But I like that from Willem. It's like just buy something. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I got a t-shirt. Well, Keith, here's the thing. If you paid the 60 and she's nice, then I'm glad for you. That means that it was worth your money. I personally wouldn't pay $60. I pay that for video games. I'm not going to pay that to meet someone. Not to meet them. No. I'll probably end up finding you or seeing you somewhere else and saying hello, and that be my, you know, my mention. I did say hello to Manila as she was passing, and she said hey and waved and walked on, but that was that. Like, and I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I wanted to meet Sugarcane, but I feel like Sugarcane does not like me. I don't know why. I had this really weird aura and feeling whenever I passed her by. And there were certain times when I like waved as she was walking. I felt like she doesn't like me. And some people at her booth were giving me stink eyes. So I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nina West. Okay. I need to talk about Nina West real quick. I don't have an interview with Nina, but I have a video of Nina literally running up to me after I was talking to Dida Ritz and us just screaming. Because I got an interview with Dida Ritz, and shout out to you, Dida Ritz, because girl, the fact that you watch my show, Dida could be in this comment section right now, y'all not even know it. Catch that tea. Because she said she watches the show, and I was gagged. I also got to meet Alexis Bevels and Dixie Lynn Cartwright, if I'm correct, and Auntie Chan, and they watched the show too, and I watched their show. It was like a moment, like, girl, I watch your show, you watch my show. It was everything to me. I was like, girl, I live for you, I can't want to kiki. And she's like, I watch your show. And I was like, bitch, I watch your show too. Oh yeah, the IMHO girls watch. And so I watched them too, and I thought that was a really good moment. And you know, yeah, I was really happy about that. Dida looked great. And Dida was a good soul. And when she saw me, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting Matty. And I was like, are you joking me? I'm meeting you. I'm meeting, this will be, da 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 da. I'm meeting you. That's the gag. Forget me. I'm nobody right now. You, sister, have made Drag Race history. Forget me. Oh my God, forget me. I was so glad to meet Dida Ritz. And that she was receptive to any shade I've thrown at her. And she didn't take it seriously. Which is what I liked about most of the girls that I met. They didn't take me seriously. We got a little hot downstairs. Yeah, I have a video of Nina West and me screaming at each other. It's just so funny. I'm like, oh my God, it's Nina West. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, ah! We're just screaming. It was fun. But to the girls who were rude. Ooh, it's time we had this conversation. To the girls who were rude. Or a little snarky warky. Also, speaking of which, not even that, but back to this. When I met Tammy Brown again for the second time, and she remembered me from DragCon LA, I said, this time I got a camera and I'm doing interviews. She said, we'll try our best. And at first I felt a little let down by that. But when I walked by her booth and saw her again, I said, hey, can I get an interview? She's like, yeah, let's do it right now. I was like, right now? She's like, right now. We did it. And the interview went really well. Like, Tammy's kind of serious when she talks about a lot of her craft, and she gave me a lot of information. And once I post it, y'all will know where you can find Tammy Brown, support her, okay? But to the girls who were rude. And some of you'll be shocked about. And there are reasons why I passed by their booths, and I didn't speak to them. And some of them I still spoke and did interviews with, but the people who were working their booth were rude to me. And it was just, I didn't understand what I did wrong. And it felt like a thing with me, either I'm light-skinned and they don't like that, or I sound a little too feminine for them and they don't like that, or they watch my show and they're not fans of me, or whatever the case may be. I get a lot of that all the time. It's either jealousy or they just don't like me because they just don't want to like me, which is okay. I mean, like who you want to like and don't like who you want to like, but I'm just not a person who, sorry, I got a little notification on here. I'm not a person who just sort of, I don't take my anger and frustration out on other people. No, Akira was lovely. The guy working her booth was gross to me. He was so gross. He was so gross. It almost turned me off to the entire experience of even wanting to talk to her. And it really made me sad because I have a lot of respect for Akira and her drag and what she does. And my other sister, who is also from Houston, Miss Tiana Mack, I interviewed her, and I interviewed a lot of local girls too from New York, Houston, LA. A lot of girls who don't get a lot of love. I interviewed more than just the Drag Race girls. One more time, Maddie. I interviewed more than just the Drag Race girls. I interviewed a lot of people. I got to interview some young drag queens and kings who are only like 15, 16, 17 years old, who are trying to be on Drag Race or trying to get their drag out there. I did more than just the norm. I interviewed a lot of people. I interviewed people with businesses. I've interviewed a lot of folks like that. But I'm going to say this one more time and again. You get what you give. And what that little fool gave me was the rudeness of all rudeness. This fool called me local news. He told me to go, she's not here, you can go away. That's not how you speak to people. He was very nasty to me. Every time he saw me, nasty. I'm literally just walking down the hall or whatever, and he's there and passing me by, and he's making these faces. Was so rude. I'm like, I wanted to tell Akira, please don't bring him back with you again. Because I didn't need all that. I don't know if it's just me that he doesn't like for some reason, or whatever the case may be. Maybe he's someone who hit me up online, I blocked him, ignored him, whatever. But that one right there, he can't, no, never again. If I see him again, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. And I had to catch myself because once, again, I'm a businessman. I have my own business. I have my own brand to work on. I'm not about to roll off and yell at somebody at DragCon because I have y'all who are also there to see me, and you don't need to see me in that element going in on somebody like that because I could have read him from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. But I didn't do that because it's not my place. If anything, I'm just trying to see Akira so I can get her stuff out there and have a kiki with her and have some content that she can showcase and place herself to see that Akira talks to everybody. But you almost messed up that experience, sir, so get your attitude in check. I didn't have an attitude when I spoke to you. I didn't talk to you like no dog. I didn't talk to you rude. I was very polite and kind to you when I spoke to you. Say anything otherwise, you're a liar. And I had people behind me, my cameraman included, and Christopher C. Diggy 1, who was there for that, who saw all that stuff. So that was my whole issue. I had witnesses witnessing these things happening. Like, wow, Matthew, why are they talking to you that way? Can't do it. You want to know who else was rude? I'll get to Vivacious in a second because I'll give her all the energy in the world for this one because she wonders why nobody was in her line. The other person was Kennedy Davenport. I was very shocked by that one. I have met Kennedy before, and she was lovely. This time, not so much. Now, I don't know if she saw a video where I talked about, the fact that her eyes are like a gecko and they run all over the place. But that's a joke. It's just a joke. If she took that seriously, I felt it this time. Everybody in her booth looked at me like I was crazy. Everybody in her booth looked at me like I was crazy. Every one of them made me feel like I was crap. They all made me feel like I was crap. Just the way they looked and was like, I didn't understand that. I didn't get that at all. I didn't get that at all. I was like, what is going on here? I'm not here to be rude. I'm here to speak to her. And when I asked her for an interview, she goes, oh, I don't know if I'm going to have any time for that. Sister, you had time. You had time. You had time. You had time. So I avoided her booth for the rest of the time I was there and that was Friday when I saw her. So after that, boom, 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 I didn't speak. I was very disappointed. And that bothered me to the next level because y'all know I'm a huge fan of hers. I'm a huge fan. But my fandom of her has literally dropped. I no longer care. I no longer care. Like, after that happened, yeah, I was like, nope, I don't care. Nope. Eureka wasn't there, and Eureka told me that she wasn't going to be there because she was like, it's not going to help me. I'm not going to make enough money off of the event, and it's going to be one of those situations where you go there and you spend more than you make back, and you come back still in debt. And I understand that too, because a lot of the girls who went there who are kind and sweet, like Mercedes Iman Diamond, I met her. Oh my gosh, I had the best conversations of some of my life, honestly, with Mercedes. Mercedes is one of the best people I've ever met. If y'all don't follow Mercedes Iman Diamond, follow her now. Follow her now. My God. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is what Trixie did, because my cameraman was like, hey, Trixie. And Trixie had her curtain open. She goes, and slams the curtain shut. And I was like, oh, well, there goes me even asking her for an interview. I'm not important enough. But again, the press pass is not a guarantee for anybody, and they all have the right to choose who they want to speak to. It's just the way you choose to speak to people is the problem. I'll give you an example. Aquaria knew she was going to be busy, but Aquaria wasn't like, I'm not going to be able to have time with that. Aquaria was more like, ooh, I want to, but I got to be real with you. There is so much happening for me right now that it's just going to be impossible. And if it does happen, I'll be happy about it, Matty, but I don't know. But the fact I got to speak to her was good enough for me. And I was like, at least I got to speak to you and get to know you for who you are. And therefore, I can walk away from this and be like, oh, okay. And I mean, it was more than just a 3-minute conversation. We were in the club talking for a little bit. So she was very lovely. I wanted to talk to Detox, but Detox was really busy at one point. And the time I went by to interview her, they were already taking down her booth. So I was like, dang it. Now to the giant hemogoblin of them all, the one who actually spoke to me like I was an infant, the one who made faces every time I walked by her booth, the one who then, oh, and I'll tell you the whole story too. I'll give you the tea. Because after this, I will never give this queen any kind of love ever again. Is Vivacious. I didn't see her at DragCon LA. I see her at DragCon New York. Y'all know I'm a fan of Miss Vivacious. I have given her love on many videos. Many videos. Y'all can testify to that. I said she may have left early, but she is legendary. I have given her so much love. She doesn't know that. She doesn't watch me. I'm sure she doesn't have a computer. Whatever the case may be. This thing, I walk up to her. Hi, Vivacious. I am such a huge fan of yours. Like, seriously, like, your time that you've done on Drag Race and everything you've done outside of that, you are legendary in the New York streets. She goes, thank you. This is her. Never looked at me in the face. Thank you. Never looked at me in the face. Never did. I said, okay. I said, I would love to interview you anytime this weekend, whenever you have time. I just want to be able to give you nothing to do with Drag Race, just to do about everything to do with you. Just about you and, what you're doing and what you want people to know about you. Verbatim. I had that on video, by the way, because my friend was taping me while this was happening. Oh, I'm not going to release it, though. I'll be nice, but let me find out some bull. I'll release that shit. And when I went to go see Jaden Dior Fierce, she was nasty to me there, too. So I was like, okay. I'm about to give y'all the tea. Okay. So, she goes, honey, I'm going to be busy. Y'all, I legit looked around. I was like, where? Where are you busy? It was Friday. There was no one waiting on it. I was like, where? You got this big old booth. No, Jaden Dior Fierce was lovely. Jaden's always lovely. Jaden's stupid lovely. Jaden needs way more love than she's getting. Also, I'll give you another example who was really nice to me too. Venus Delight. Venus Delight was lovely with me too. I got an interview with Venus and everything too. Venus was lovely. Jaden Dior Fierce was lovely. Vivacious was not. Some of the girls who don't get as much love as they need to get deserve more love, and some of the girls who don't get as much love, you understand why. Okay? Nah, Jaden's one of the best. Jaden's one of the best. Very personable, very sweet. I love her to death. I saw her again. She goes, "Hey, baby, I remember you." And it was just like a little, nice to see you, whatever, whatever. So she said she was busy and she didn't have time for me. Okay? Check this out. I didn't have my camera the day I went to speak with her because that Friday, and for those of you who met me Friday, y'all know I was just scoping out the scene. I was trying to see who was available for the weekend because it's Friday and it's like a free day for those who have the weekend pass. So it's not that busy. I wanted to get them when it was a busy day. So every day that went by, Vivacious would look at me, stare me down. She saw me with my camera and microphone because now she sees, oh, I'm legit. I just don't have a press pass just walking around or whatever. And she's expecting me to interview her. I'm not even lying. I can't make this up. Expecting me to interview her. Expecting it. I'm like, no, you were rude. I don't have nothing else to say to you. I'm good. Once I see who you are for the first time, I don't have to see you again. Once you showed me who you are, I don't have to see you again. I'm good. I see you. I see you're busy. Nidra, you're busy. She's busy. She's busy. I don't need to see you. You're good. No one in your line, you're good. Oh, Mrs. Kasha Davis was everything. But Mrs. Kasha Davis has always been nice to me, so I will never have anything nasty to say to her. Mrs. Kasha Davis is one of the best ones. Do you understand me? Her, Mr. and Mrs. Kasha Davis, they're good people. Asia O'Hara wasn't there. But I got to Jaden's booth, I think Saturday, and I was speaking to her. Do you know if Vivacious heard me speaking and decided to come back there and talk to Jaden, expecting for me to speak to her or have a conversation with her, and I kept my eyes on Jaden the entire time and I did not speak to her? I might as well have had a blocker on like this while I was talking to Jaden, because I was like, I'm not looking at you. Not after how you were treating me, no ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. One of the people who was working her booth even came up to me. Hey, Vivacious has some time. Nope. I did interview the Drag Race Thailand girls. I got to meet Angelique Anong, who is the winner of season 2. That was like almost like a Pangina experience for me because Angelique is a fan of mine and I'm a fan of hers. She is so beautiful in person. Oh my God. I got to interview Vanda, Miss Joaquin. I got to interview Mocha Diva, and I got to interview Jeannie as well. So I did get a lot of the Drag Race Thailand girls too. And they're all lovely. All the Drag Race Thailand girls are lovely. But she came back there to see me, and I knew that was with the tea. I'm like, girl, you've been knowing that girl right there. Don't even do all that. But here's why Vivacious did not get any more press play from me. I did already talk about Silky. Me and Silky had a good time. Silky spilled tea. I won't tell you because I like to keep my friends close. You know what I'm saying? Like I liked the girls who I met. I don't want them to feel like I'm messy and I'm gonna give every secret away. Just the ones who were nasty and rude to me. Yeah. But Silky was lovely. And me and Silky got, oh my God. Oh, the tea I learned. Oh my God. Whew. I was like, sister. I will never spill the tea she gave me. No, ma'am. Just know I have a better understanding now of how the game works for Drag Race when it comes to certain queens. And also how production plays out on certain occasions with certain people. So for me, that was I needed that tea. I needed it. But I knew I couldn't share it after she told me. I was like, okay, I will keep that to the grave, girl. I'll keep it to the grave. I'll wait until you're done with your contract or whatever you're doing with them, but I will keep it to the grave because it was good. And I was like, oh, I felt I understood her even more, and I also understood her plight when she was speaking about certain things and certain occasions with DragCon in the show. And it was like, oh, I get it. Okay, got you. It was good. It was good though. And you know, they set some of them girls up. They did. They set some of them girls up, but you know, it is what it is. It is a production game. It's definitely that. Um, let's see here. Raja O'Hara is a sweetheart. Y'all give Raja some love. I know y'all were like, girl, she was so mean on her season and da 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 da. Raja's really taken a lot of flack for that season. And of course, it's a pressure cooker and all that type of stuff with how they're filming. But Raja's adorable and lovely and sweet. And, you know, she was like, where's Jamar? This, that, and the other, and all that type of stuff. And, you know, yeah, a couple of queens asked where Jamar was. And I was like, well, he didn't make it. And even if he did, this is an interview with me. I was like, he just sat on the side. This is for my own stuff. We do the reviews together. This is interviewing tea. I think I interviewed over 40 queens. I think I interviewed over 40. And I think in a total, I had about 50 conversations that I can clip together. So I have like months of footage. And I'm supposed to be getting it today. Yeah, a lot of them remembered me from LA, or they remembered me from YouTube, or whatever the case may be. And that made me feel special. I didn't get a chance to speak. I didn't get a chance to speak with Ross. But I did get a chance to talk to Todrick for just a second. He gave me a hug. If he wanted my phone number, I would have gave it to him. And I'm saying it now on this live, and I don't care. I don't care. I said it now on this live, and I don't care. I gave my phone number. Let me find out he's a versatile type. I would have gave him my phone number. I would have given him my phone number. And I saw him right before I went on the stage where they did the dance part for RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, I want to shout out to the person who said I had a struggle dip. That was not a struggle dip. That's called a, I don't want to say the word because it's a bad word, but y'all know what I mean. A puss dip. It's not meant to be a slam. Y'all are so used to these death drop terminologies. It's called a puss dip. It's like a pussy dip. Like you just want to do a little da 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 da. Oh, that's, and they tried it. I was really disappointed. Like, oh, you're split with everything with that. I was like, girl, what are you talking about? Everything was everything. It was all everything. Don't do it. Raven was there the last day. She was there for only a few hours. She was doing Wet n Wild tutorials. Todrick is fine in person. Ooh, that face is gorgeous. I was like, but he gave me a hug and he was really sweet. But it was right before I got on stage to dance. And when I got on there, they had all these kids who were just hopping around and these adults who didn't know how to dance. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, let's have fun. And you could see that one lady who was pressed that I was actually throwing choreography, and the other girls who weren't. I mean, you could see her like, this is for kids. It's not for kids. They said, everybody go on the stage and show your stuff. Baby, if y'all didn't catch that spin into that split, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If you didn't catch that spin into that split, you are missing out. I hit that sucker so nasty. I did have a few people hit on me at DragCon, a couple of the drag queens, but I'm not going to say who. And some other people who I would have given all of my vaginas to, but yes. I hit that split so gross. Oh, I hit it so gross. And then when I got up, I did a slow get up because I was like, because I was trying to hit the beat to where it started with the next part of the song. Like everything was like good, right? I want to get back to, you know, how I said negative experience. I want to get back to one more person, and it's nothing against her. It's nothing against her. But if she thinks that I didn't notice her booth guy being kind of nasty to me, and maybe because I didn't acknowledge him all the way, and it's only because he looked at me like, who are you? And that's why I was like, nope. 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 I met Dusty Ray Bottoms. We had a great interview. I took pictures with her twice. One on Friday and one on Sunday. I love Dusty Ray Bottoms. There is not one bad thing I can say about her. And her boyfriend was super sweet and lovely too. And her whole team was great. Y'all know I live and breathe for Monique Hart. I love her to death. That's my sis. Like, if we see her out in the club and stuff like that, we have a really good time. She's friends with Jamar, myself. I love me some Monique. The guy working her booth was mean. And I caught it several times. Like, as if he didn't. Okay, I'll give you one example. I gave him my phone to take a picture of Chris and Monique. And instead of giving me the phone back to me, he handed it to Chris and pretended like I wasn't there. I think he's the reason why Monique wasn't trying to do press with me. And she said, let's do something outside of that, which I was cool with. And if Monique wanted to do that, that's fine. But he was rude. And what made me sad about it, y'all, was that I thought he was attractive. And I was like, oh my God, he's really cute. But then when he did all of that, though, I was like, oh. And I didn't understand it. And I tell y'all, I feel like this has something to do with me. And I don't know if, again, I always feel like, is this because I'm light skinned? Is it because I'm a little, in between masculine and feminine? Maybe I'm not tall or masculine enough for him. I don't understand that. It just made me feel self-conscious because of how he was treating me. So Topanga, you know what I'm talking about too. Oh my God. Okay, y'all see Emma Mason here. So Topanga is the one running the Starlight Royalty pageant that I'm going to be doing in November 2nd and 3rd in Washington D.C. with Jamar 84 and myself. Topanga, thank you for being in this room because you were there this entire experience. You know what I'm talking about. When I tell you that energy from people, it's easy to see. Nobody can play like you cannot tell when someone doesn't like you. His energy was disgusting. Maybe he saw me in West Hollywood and talked about me or whatever, or maybe he thinks I'm trash. I don't know. Yeah, look at this. He was taking his job real serious. I'm glad some of y'all were there to see this stuff and can speak with me on this because it hurt my feelings because Monique and me are cool. Monique called me up, not him. He tried to play me on. He tried to put me on the back burn, and Monique was like, "Oh." And so what happened was I just walked past him and went to Monique because that's my sis. But I never had any issue with him. I never had any shade. I never was like, he's just a worker. That was never the feeling I had towards him. I thought he was attractive. I was like really wanting to chop it up with him, but he basically made me feel like poo. And I didn't want to be around or interview anyone that made me feel like I was less than that or the other. Okay. So Monique didn't do that. The guy working her booth did that. As well as in a curious case, Akira didn't make me feel that way. The guy who was working her booth made me feel that way. And some of the other queens too. Kennedy's booth. Kennedy was also dry, but her people at her booth certainly didn't make me feel comfortable speaking to her. And I hate to say that, but that's 3 of my black queens that had situations like that with me. Ugh. Oh, not including vibration. Oh, like what is happening here? Is it because I'm just YouTube? Is it because I'm just this, that, and the other? Maybe I'm not big enough or primetime enough and you want to make sure only the big outlets and sources see them? Well, let me tell you something. I may be only 11,400 subscribers as of today, right now, but that shouldn't mean anything. I have a platform. I'm here to present and to show and to put a light on a lot of these queens and give them some love and share that with my subscribers and with anybody else who comes to my channel and be that guy. But I'm not there to be rude. I'm not there to take anyone out. I'm not there for all that. And I'm not allowed to spill any tea. I had to sign a contract. I'm not allowed to spill anything on season 12. I'm not allowed to talk about anything with All Stars 5, so don't ask me. I know you want to know, and I wish I could tell you, but I had to sign some paperwork, so I can't do any of that. Acid Betty's booth. I'm a fan of what's it called? I wanted to talk to Acid, but my girl Nova was really sweet and she was talking to me, but I just never got a chance to speak to Acid. I was disappointed by just certain people. I just didn't understand where their rude behavior came from and why they needed to be nasty to me. I was like, I'm not here to like hurt or like to take them out or to be like, girl, we're gonna do this and that and the other. It was weird. But I also can understand, that's at the time that's how they felt. And if they don't like me, they don't like me. It's whatever. I don't like certain people, but I just don't choose to I guess, go out of my way to be hurtful to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know those people. I talk about you online. If I saw you in person, I keep that same energy. But I also would be like, you know, you were a pleasure. You met. Oh yeah, because listen, I work with you, Topanga, now with the pageant system, and also with the queens that you had and the king that you presented to me. They were all sweet and lovely people. And I know the queen who had autism. I know she was really shy, and I didn't want to be like too much for her. And so I was trying my best just to be like, "How are you doing, baby?" And all that type of stuff, because she seemed like she was having a great time. And the fact that I found out from you that someone made her feel bad, girl, I was ready to go walk over there and cuss somebody out. I was ready to go over there and cuss somebody out. Like, how dare you speak to those people that way? But I got to tell you, I made some connections. RuPaul acknowledged me on the main stage when she saw me drop into the split and the dip, and I came back up, and she was like, "You did that." Oh my God, that gave me so much life from RuPaul. Like, literally acknowledged the moment. Like, it was like, oh, I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to leave after that. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm done. I can go home. I'm not even lying. I could have gone home. I could have just packed my stuff up and gone home at that very instant. Jack, that's a good question. I did see it too. I will have a review out later on this week. And that LGBT scene was a little tough to take. And it was. And unfortunately, I saw it in a movie theater with homophobic people, so it didn't add anything to me because they were yelling, the F word and all that type of stuff at the screen when they were kissing. And it just made me feel really like some kind of way. But I'm not going to discuss the movie here because that's will be giving away the review that I have. But yes, thank you for that donene, boo. I really appreciate it. But yes, I will be talking about that. But yeah, I just was disappointed in some of the queens and how they acted. And hey, Chi. Oh, no problem, girl. It was great meeting you, boo. It just was disappointing for some of the girls, and I really had a lot of love for them, and that's why I was just like, mm. It's just like, Just that's what I just couldn't take it. I think this DragCon was better than LA to me because it was more intimate. It was much smaller. And because of that, I was able to see a lot of the girls more, and also because I had my press pass, I was able to like get in, and I was able to speak to them directly. Even if they didn't interview them, I was able to speak to them directly and get to know just a little tidbit of them and what's not. Um, I didn't get to go to Black Girl Magic because I had to meet up with my friends from college, and that turned into a crazy night. And so I was too inebriated to even like make my way to Brooklyn to go see them, but I sent my love with David out there for them, and he told me it was a great show. I'm sad I didn't go because Kevin Aviance was performing, and if you don't know who that is, then come on now. Um, no, I met Bob a little while ago. I went to Bob's comedy show that she had at Caroline's, and she killed it. Bob is hilarious. If you ever get a chance to go to Bob's comedy show, please and thank you. Make your way there now. It's worth your penny. It's worth your dime. It's worth every dollar you have because she's funny. Monet is who I got to speak to and meet, and Patty was another one who I got to really talk to this time versus the last time. And Monet and I had a really cool conversation. She was super dope, super friendly, super sweet. And we had an interview too. So I have an interview with Monet Exchange, Miss Exchange Report herself. Excuse me, Exchange Rate herself. I got an interview with Monet, and that was really dope, and I was very happy about that. I got to meet a lot of them. I'm not saying everyone's names, because I want y'all to be surprised by some of the people I spoke to, but I got to meet a lot of the queens, a lot of them. And some of them I didn't want to meet because I just didn't want to meet them. But DragCon for me was an ultimate experience. I was able to jump out of my own shell. I was very nervous when I went in there. Like when the girls were mean to me, that definitely hit my spirit. But it was like, okay, go to the next one and ask if we can do this with them, and talk to the local girls because they need love too, and they need to have their names out there because they could be on season 12 or 13 or 14 or 15 or 16 or whatever the case may be. You never know who's going to be there and who is watching the show, and anything else like that. It was like, I need to make sure I get to speak to everybody. But I want to get off of the queens now because that's not what my DragCon experience was all about. And I'm about to start crying. I signed my first autograph. Matty, can you sign my badge? And I was like, huh? You want me to sign something? I was so humbled in that moment. I didn't even know how to take it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Sure, absolutely. And I got to see a lot of y'all. When y'all would stop me, and some of y'all were doing it in the booths, in front of the booths of these queens. So they're like, oh, he's a big deal. And I'm like, I'm not. And y'all were like, are you Matty? I'm like, yeah. And you would just, you would start y'all would start quoting stuff, and it made my day. It made my world. It made me feel like all the work I'm putting into everything that I'm doing is for something, and it's not for nothing. And I have real supporters, real fans, real friends, real people who give a flip about Matty. And so even those people who are mean and they see me cry and they're like, oh, he's doing too much and this, that, and the other, it doesn't matter. Those people are angry, bitter, tired, jealous, horrible trolls. It didn't matter because I had y'all who were so happy to see me. And I was so happy to see you. You didn't know what that did for me. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like I remember, I forget this baby's name, but I swear to God, the way it made me feel when I literally was walking in. I was walking in to change clothes and I passed her by. I didn't even know she even knew who I was. I went to change my clothes and came back out and she goes, are you Matty? And I was like, yes. And she's like, oh, y'all wanted the video? I'm like, that's me. She's like, I love your show and da 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 da. And it's just every now and then, I mean, and also my girl Paris, I didn't know that she had a thyroid condition and she's in a wheelchair trying to meet her favorite queens. I felt so bad for her, but she had her lovely family with her and they showed me so much love. It just makes me feel so special. And it makes me also feel like, okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Push, push, push. Don't give up. Don't let these haters knock you down and try to tell you you're not nothing. They're just mad because their own lives aren't working out for them. Like, whatever the case may be. And they're not seeing that I'm trying to bring them in to that love too and that joy and laughter. They don't want to accept it. And I can't bring people who don't want to receive that in. So I enjoyed and loved and relished every moment with meeting some of y'all, all of y'all, excuse me, all of you, because it was the reciprocation of the energy and time I put into my videos being given back in those moments. So to every person who I met, to every person who took time to speak to me, who came up and that was not nervous or just said hi and did anything like that, I know some of y'all were nervous and you were like, I don't want to even pull out my phone. I'm like, pull out your phone and take a picture. I don't, like, come on. I hope that you got to meet me and it was what you expected and that I wasn't a mean or a jerk because I was so worried that I was going to have like a sad face or be tired when I met anybody. So I really tried my best to just be myself. And every single time y'all spoke to me, I like lit up into like a light bulb. So I thank you for supporting me and really, really having my back, and that love is received, and I'm most thankful. I am most thankful. I am beyond thankful. I like every time I left DragCon, I met so many of y'all. Like every time I left, I would go home and I would pray. And my friend Hannibal, who I gotta give him some love, Hannibal Royce, like he was my camera guy with the wig, and I was staying at his house. Like, I wouldn't have gotten a lot of things done if it wasn't for him, and I was so thankful. And David too. David like really like helped me out with so many things, and I got to share that moment with Chris and with Alex. And the Queen's Supreme Court happened. I got to be on the Queen's Supreme Court. Even if they don't show my footage, I have video footage of me shaking my rump in front of Vanjie, Silky, and T.S. Madison. I got Alex up on the stage because, you know, he was nervous about the whole bit because of drama that happened in the past. I was like, friend, you got to do this. Alex got up there and destroyed it. Alex got up there and destroyed it. I was so happy for my friend. I wanted to cry. I was so happy for Alexander Rogers. I was like, yes, this is what you deserve. You deserve this. We all deserve that moment. We all deserve this. And I just wanted to have them. Whew. I want us all to win. I don't want anybody to lose. I want us all to win. I want us all to win. So it just was like, uh. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to make this last little statement before I go on to my next subject here in this live. I know it's a long live, but I am going to no longer address haters and this whole people don't like that. I'm not going to do that anymore because I feel like it just gives them power to just continue being jerks. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you yeah, I'm not going to address any more of the negativity because it doesn't have a place on this channel anymore. If anything, I'm just going to give all the people the love that they deserve and that they just, you know, from me. So don't worry about that anymore. It's not going to happen for me. I'm not doing it anymore. I've started to just realize over this weekend, like, giving them that feeling of being like, you know, well, I get to him, so I'm gonna keep this going. No, I'm just gonna show support to the ones that are the best for me, you know, my loves, my babies. So yes, DragCon was amazing, best experience of my life. And I was very thankful for the experience. And yeah, oh, Mimi Cherry. Oh my gosh, Mimi Cherry. Yeah, another person who I need to thank in this bit here. Mimi, I'm so glad you came on here. Y'all, I wouldn't have gotten my press pass without Mimi Cherry because I was late doing everything because of all the drama I had going on in the background with me here. And Mimi is the one who was pushing it. Like, Matty, I need to get this for you. Matty, let's do this, let's do that. Mimi couldn't come, and she originally was going to come. Jake also was going to come as well, and they couldn't go. So it was almost like it was just me, and it was like Mimi along every step along the way, Mimi Cherry. Y'all give Mimi some love right now. Please give Mimi some love. Please give her love. Go follow her podcast, Sophie Podcast. Please, 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 please. Give her every bit of thanks because if it had not been for Mimi, I wouldn't have been there. True tea. She lit the fire under my butt every day. She told me what to do. She kept me on my toes. She was like, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do that. She continued to update me on every single email I needed to have. Seriously, girl, you really rocked it. And this is from you, like, not even being there. You really helped me, Mimi. I love you to death, girl. I will always have your back. I will always have your back, and I will always come through when you need me to, okay? Because I will never forget what you did. I'll never forget what you did. And we will be collabing very soon. I will never forget what you did for me. Everyone played a part with my DragCon success. Woo! Okay. Girl, let me check this description so I can remember what the heck I'm supposed to be talking about. Okay. Oh, I'm an emotional roller coaster today. Y'all. If you have the money, If you like to donate to the channel, every single dollar super ooper duper helps, okay? That's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo Matty-Rants. Now, Matthew's like, what are you doing, girl? Listen, look downstairs. This thing was digging into my crevices, so we had to open her up and say real quick, okay? Now, I made a post because when I was leaving to come back to LA, I wasn't sure where I was going to be staying at because at the time when I was doing DragCon stuff, y'all know I was working every single day. And I mean, I was up at 5 a.m. in the morning trying to get my notes prepared, get certain things taken care of, catching trains, and, making my way downtown. Rob, yeah, the whole song. I was doing a lot of work and I wouldn't get back until really late. And I was also going from New York to New Jersey every single day. Every single day, New Jersey to New York to New Jersey. Every day I was there. I was very, very tired. And so I was looking for places to sublease, but everything that was coming up was basically October the 1st, October the 1st, October the 1st. So I have a few prospects with subleasing that I'm trying to just confirm a few things on right now that all are like ready for me. Move in, this, that, and the other. But, I need to have some more change. I need to have some more money on my pocket and certain things like that. No, I did not drive. I flew. And I took the train every time I was there. I didn't drive one time I was in New Jersey or New York. And I definitely will never probably do that ever because I have seen how people drive in both New Jersey and New York. And no ma'am, no Pam, no green eggs and ham. I flew from LA all the way to New Jersey. Well, I flew from LA to Houston and Houston to New Jersey. So my birthday, I'm not going to go anywhere. I don't have the funds to do anything. So I'm probably going to go live for like an hour or so and just have a birthday celebration with y'all on the live. And then after that, I'll just probably go buy myself some ice cream and sit at home. And that's just going to be that. And it really makes me sad because it's my 33rd. And I wanted to at least go somewhere like San Diego or something like that. But I gotta get moved and I gotta get into my own place and I gotta I'm really trying to get some things together so that way I have some peace of mind and comfort. But I also got to keep things going with the channel. So it's like no rest for the weary when the weary are working so hard. And I know I'm working hard and that's why I'm not mad about my situation because I'm working hard. I haven't worked this hard in a long time, but I love what I do. And that's the greatest part about it. My birthday is on September 24th. It's actually 13 days from now. I'm so excited. Another year, another life. This would be my first full year, I guess, or a birthday I'm celebrating in LA. So I think that's amazing. But yeah, I found some prospects, which is really great. And so we have options. I just need to get some funds together and I have money saved up now, but I want to like be okay if something were to pop up or I need to pay a deposit and this, that, and the other. So it's just kind of like, let me just get some things done. And I have a couple of gigs that are going to pop up for me. I actually got a few gigs. I booked things, honey, while I was out there. But everything helps and everything counts. Now, y'all are probably wondering, when am I going to do Dragula? Y'all are probably wondering when is Dragula happening? When is Can't Wanna Kiki coming back? When is everything gonna be restored? Well, baby, I got a lot to tell you, and this is where it is. This week. Dragula episode 1 will be this week. That review will be posted this week. And you're probably going to get episode 2 days later until I'm finally caught up. So every 2 days, I'm probably going to have another Dragula review up. Can't Wanna Kiki, I'm also going to be doing the same thing. I have some catch-ups to do with them. So expect it every other day type of video from me posted in reference to Can't Wanna Kiki, Dragula, all of the sorts, okay? We'll get back to that. I'm also going to probably get into Married to Madison. And now that we've done Pop Roast, and Pop Roast was well received, despite the people who, God, I don't understand why people are so grossly negative, and that they want to just put that out there. It's really sad. I hope those people find some sort of light and love in their life. But I mean, some people are just disgusting. But not enough to cover the 98% that were in love with the video. Me, Chris, and Alex talked about doing more videos while I'm still in LA and they're in New York. And so we'll probably be doing some like live chat feeds coming up soon. We tested it today in the video and the sound quality was really great. So get ready for that. And I'll be able to do that with other YouTubers as well who use the same streaming platform that we work this off of. So yeah, you're going to have a lot from me from now on. There's going to be more shows I'm going to be talking about. I see now after my experience where I need to really take this. YouTube is where all this will be at. But yeah, oh, someone sent Mimi the link, girl, because that video on Pop Rose Sister, that was some shade, that was some reading, honey. It was so good. There's gonna be a lot more videos coming up and a lot more happening this week as well as next week. You will have more things to look forward to and watch. I will not be on another. I'm going on a week break because of this, that, and that's not happening. I'm back to work. I'm back to the channel and I'm back to getting this together. Okay. So no more worries here. I am back in full effect. We got a lot going on. I just need for y'all to, how do I go watch what? What are y'all asking me for? I'm confused. What, Pop Roast? Or Married to Medicine? Because y'all gotta have cable providers for them, honey. I don't know how to tell you where to follow. Watch it. We gotta get, I'm at a place with a provider right now. Oh, well, Pop Roast is on YouTube. Yeah, Pop Roast is on YouTube. Yeah, someone post the links. Yeah. Yeah, post the links, honey. Yeah. And make sure to comment and send some love in the comment section because some of the girls are just trying to. And it's like, ugh. It's disgusting. But they don't make my life, girl. They really don't. They don't make my life. They want to, but they don't. So, I'm literally at a loss for words right now. I'm kind of thirsty. I need to give me a little sip on. I know. We have a really good banter and we have really great chemistry and I'm friends with both of them. You know what I mean? So that's just why it's like, why not? Okay? But, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this live today. I really do. I got to talk a lot about DragCon. I got to talk about my Pop Roast appearance. I had breakfast today. I made myself breakfast. I had to go to the store and get me some stuff, and I made breakfast today, so I'm good. Yeah, I made breakfast today. I had me 2 breakfast tacos, some hash browns, and some black beans. So a vegetarian breakfast, but I had a breakfast today. I really want some ice cream though. Ooh, so bad. I'm probably gonna be at Mickey's tonight because I need to go get some stuff. As far as my interviews that I did, I have a flash drive and everything with that on it. I need to go get that today so I can like upload all that stuff and start to edit and do things like that. I'm still working on my Final Cut Pro. I don't know why I feel so overwhelmed by it, but I'm low-key overwhelmed by it. But I'm gonna figure it all out. But yes, yeah, I need to get off of here. I was only supposed to be on here for an hour. It's turned to an hour and 32 minutes. But you have a lot to look forward to. Lots of videos, lots of fun. Y'all know I'd be on Instagram as well as Twitter. And I'm going to have a clip show that I'm going to put together of all my photos and stuff like that together. I got a lot of good photos with my fans, my rant pack. Y'all will may see your faces pop up on the screen and be like, oh my God, that was me. But, yeah. Hugs to you too, Squall. You know, my favorites, baby. But I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate, like, so much of the love you've given. I mean, if you want me to stay, I need another topic, because right now I can't find any more words. Like, I spoke so much, and I'm sure I have more to talk about that I just didn't get to. I may ride the subway train again in New York, but y'all, I need people with me. I need people. Hey, Amaris. Thank you. Welcome to the Rant Pack, baby. God, it's hot. How did I meet Alex and Chris? Oh my God, that's a great question. So this is actually kind of crazy. Girl, I think I saw one of Alex's videos, and I think Alex saw one of mine, and we just sort of like started speaking from that. Yeah, it was honestly like that. I hope I said it right. Um, I think Alex and I both saw each other's works, and we were like, "Oh, okay, I'm here for it." I think I saw Alex first, and I was like, "Yes," and then Alex saw my video and was like, "Work, work, girl, work," and we just started a conversation after that. And I know Jamar knew of him from like Jamar was a subscriber of his too, and he was like, "Oh, Alex is hilarious." And me and Alex just started talking one day, and it was over a topic. Like he saw me shading something, and he thought it was funny, and it was like, "Matt, you're really good." And then I saw Alex, and I was like, "But you're the master." And he's like, "Well, girl, let me tell you a few things." And we just had a conversation after that, and and Alex was really um he played a huge part in me developing this channel into a better place for most of you, because I was doing a lot of my videos differently. And Alex was very helpful in the way I presented myself and the way I did stuff on camera. But if you ask Alex, Alex will be like, "Matthew did that himself, and that was all Matt. That was all Matt." And I was like, "Well, Alex definitely helped. Alex definitely was a big help in me in my channel and me really posting up." But again, it was always about Black LGBTQ creators being helpful to each other versus it being about drama, mess, this, that, and the other. Creatorist, you remember those like old back in the day chats when we used to just get on lives and we used to talk all the time. And then we decided to collab when I came out there, and it just was like perfect. I came out there, I did a video with Alex. I remember it. I did a video with Alex, and that was around the same time that Chris came into the picture. I met Chris through Alex when we did, I think, one of our first episodes together a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but I think like what, last year? Feels like a long time ago. And I met Chris that way. And then Chris is a fan of Drag Race. And then he saw my videos and he was like, "Oh, Matt, you're really in it." And he's a real big fan of Drag Race. So I was able to give Chris more information and sort of get him deeper into the show so he could have a better understanding. And he himself could be like, "Whoa, like I can now speak on this in another way. And if I ever have any questions about anything, I'm going to come to Matthew because I'm going to give him the bit. I'm going to give him the tea." And me and Chris became very cool after that. And, you know, he's traveled out here to LA before and we've hung out, and vice versa, going to New York, this, that, and the other. So me and, yeah, me, Chris, and Alex became very cool that way. And it, again, Black LGBTQ supporters, creators supporting each other in an environment like this, and it not be a negative experience. Would you be up for an interview from another YouTuber? Well, I would be. It just depends on how the interview is done. Because I want it to be, you know, I want to do it, but I want to make sure that it's done the right way. I've seen other people do certain interviews, and I don't know why they're being interviewed or for what they're being interviewed for. I'm just kind of like, "Oh, okay." But and it sometimes comes off as messy for that person. I'm not going to shade anybody directly. I am low key, but I'm not shading them directly. I saw an interview that they did and I was like, "What in the hell is this?" It didn't help them. It didn't help them at all. It just made them look sloppy. And I was like, I don't want that to happen. So for me, it just depends on how the interview is done and et cetera, et cetera. But I would love to. I'd love to. Hi, Rebecca. um, Yeah, so I guess this is Q&A time. We'll do more questions that anybody else has here. I have my chat pulled up. As I like already said their name. Let's see here. Shout out to Alicia being the moderator with the mostest. Oh, here we go. Because Jack Unwanted. I'm sorry, baby. You sent this a while ago. Are you going to watch Michelle on Strictly Come Dancing? I hate how they titled that. I hate how that's titled. I hate how that's titled. Yeah, sure, creatoress. Yeah, send me an email for that and all that stuff. That's no problems, sis. I can see what I can do. I was so serious. I was like, why would I want to be associated with a liar? Like, why would y'all do me like that? That's so fun. That's, oh, caught myself. That's so junky. Like, no, no. What other events outside of drag would you like to attend? VidCon would be fun to do. I'd like to have my own meet and greet. Um, excuse me. I like to have my own meet and greet. I like to do honestly, mostly anything and everything. I don't want to have a box. You know what I mean? I don't want to have a box. I don't want to have a box. I want to be able to step into any pond and become a fish in that pond. And not even call it a pond, but just say I'm in the ocean and I can swim from one continent to another type of bit. I don't want to have boundaries as far as what shows I want to be on. I want to be able to come, well, I hate that word when you say come. I want to be able to be on anything. Comic Con too. Oh my gosh, I would love to go to Comic Con. I love to go to Dragon Con too. I really wanted to go to that this year, but I didn't have a chance. Let's see here. There was what ooh, I like that one from CJ Jarvis. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, I'm gonna get emotional. Because it's like dream stuff, you know. This is the stuff that I'm praying on and I'm working on and I want to have happen. 5 years from now, I'll be on television. 5 years from now, I'll be on television or I'll be in a movie. 5 years from now, for sure. It'll already have happened or it will happen. Either way, 5 years from now, I will have made it to that next step. 5 years from now, I'm putting my entire whole feeling on it. E3 too, I want to go there too, Nitra, but 5 years from now. Five years from now, yes, absolutely. I will be on TV. I'm not even going to play with you. I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be on it in a movie. I'm going to be in TV. 5 years from now, for sure. I'm not stopping. Please. Can I just say I love you in your post reaction all the way from Trinidad? Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Sending love back to you in Trinidad, love. I do believe in affirmations. I do believe in once you say it and once you will it, it'll happen for you. So, yeah. Matty, can you create some bags to carry? Absolutely. I want to create more stuff for y'all. I think I do have some totes that are available on the Teespring store. I'm not sure. Oh, speaking of which, that picture that you see with the glittered Matty Rants with my little cartoon picture and the one that's just the regular one, I will be having those available in the Teespring store by tomorrow. So by tomorrow, I'll have some new merch for y'all with that new logos for everybody as well. Oh, Katy, Texas, one of my Houston people. Sending love right back to you, baby. I was really close to Katy when I was out in Houston. I was over there in the West Chase area. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Juan. Yeah, I'm just not in a place like before. Everything felt just out of like, no one's getting it. No one's this, that, and the other. I felt like I was having to fight for my time and that there was sort of an issue with people respecting the work and energy and the effort I put into a lot of stuff. The Patreon I'm gonna have done by this weekend because it's been a lot. There has been a lot going on. But I already have everything set up with my tiers. I just wanted to put some artwork in there and do some just like cute stuff. But I had an issue with people giving others props for stuff that they weren't doing, and it was bothering me. And so what happened was is that I had to start separating a few things apart and letting somebody have their own time to shine in their own way on their own channel and doing their own things. And I wanted to have my own world for myself so that way people could understand what I was trying to do and what I was trying to create here. So liquid power is gross. They had to like type out the whole thing. 10 minutes. I'm almost done. Yikes. Spam, 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 spam. Do you think that you may be doing reviews? Yeah, I just said that, Keith. I'll be doing those reviews very soon. They actually will be posting probably tomorrow. I have the episode 1 posted up as well. With the whole mocha diva, like that. Mocha diva. Yeah, and I met Mocha Diva. Mocha Diva is beautiful, but I knew when that makeup came off, that was Trey's sister. I was like, yes, God. The interviews will be out probably within a week or so because I'm gonna be clipping them into what's the word I'm looking to? I don't want to like put them all in one B-roll. I want to like separate them into separate parts. So give me a moment for that because again, I am learning a new editing system and I'm trying to bring you some higher quality edits. And shout out to those who came to the channel to be gross and rude and get blocked. I don't know why you exist. You're mad. Yeah, T.S. Madison was absolutely a sweetheart. She was super nice. She was super relatable, and I enjoyed every single moment with her. She was one of the best people I have met in my life. She follows me now on Twitter. I follow her back, of course. But she's good people. If I can't say anything negative about her, and if I ever did, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. If I ever said anything negative about her, I take it all back. I have never felt such a good spirit in my life. And her mother too. And the team that she had with her, nobody was rude. Nobody on her team was rude. I'm gonna say it again. Nobody that had T.S. Madison on her team was rude. Everybody was very nice and sweet. And her mother was one of the sweetest people I've ever met too. I loved it. Yeah. Two more questions and I'm going to get out of here because trolls are starting to jump in for some reason and I'm going to have to make sure I get them blocked. Let's see here. We're going to report them. Let's see here. We're going to report them. And then let's report the other one too. Poor things. We gotta report them, honey. Let's see here. And reported. Da 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 da. Oh, we got another one. And report. And there we go. No, it's just they're kids that got out of school and they don't have anything. So this is their entertainment. They don't have anything, they probably are going through some abusive situation at home or, their parents don't love them or they're not getting fed and, they have to take it out on other folks. And it also could be people who, just legit troll. So y'all can't seriously be like, I know it's kind of crap, but don't worry about it. It's just simply, it's literally that. It's, I feel much worse for them than they could ever get on here and bother me about anything. Like, I'm too blessed for me to be stressed about that. But you know, it's a shame because they'll probably be one of those people like Kevin Hart who, I never said those things, I never felt that way, and then you know stuff gets hit with them later and it always comes back. So just be ready. It's sad and pathetic. We will pray for those people, but we don't have to worry about those people because again, um, it's easy to do things online, but it's not as easy to do that in person because people get knocked out. So, but yes, let's see here. What do we say to the idiot troll? Not today. Favorite season 11 queen to interview? Oh, season 11. Season 11, season 11, season 11. I don't want to say anyone's name. Like, I guess Scarlett was really cool to interview because Scarlett was really funny and playful and flirty. So it just kind of like eased very well. But then everybody else was really good too. I love interviewing Silky. I love interviewing Raj. I love interviewing Mercedes. I have a picture I'm going to post later, probably today, of me interviewing Mercedes Iman Diamond. It looked like yeah, I can be contacted on email or on Instagram DM. Yeah, if you want to. You can just reach to me at book@mattyrants@gmail.com or IG at MattyRants. It's fine. Yeah. I gotta listen. I gotta give that last troll some love on that one. That one was kind of cute. No, Pangina wasn't there. Pangina wasn't there. I wish y'all could have read that comment, girl. That one was funny. Whoa! That one was a hoot. Oh man, that was good. Whew, my God. Okay. Whoa, girl, that one was funny. I was like, what? I'm not gonna repeat it because that would be, I would have to swear, but just know it was disrespectful and not funny. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. We got too much drama coming into the channel now, and you know, we got people trying to spam and stuff like that. So let's not be facilitators to any of that foolishness. Yeah, let's not be facilitators to any of that foolishness. Let's just go ahead and wrap this up. Oh, Cash App. Oh, all donation information is paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo Matty-Rants. I've spoken for quite some time, almost 2 hours now. We're gonna go ahead and let this go. Hey, if you came here and you're not getting the love at home and you brought some hate, God bless you. Make sure to donate to the PayPal. um, if not, and for everybody else, all the love in the world to you. I thank you for all the support that you have. Again, these people would never try me in public, so y'all don't ever have to worry about that, please. So don't worry about any stuff like that. It's somebody with a syndrome needs help, and I'm not a doctor, so wow. But I gotta say, thanks again for all the love, y'all. It's been a great live. I've really enjoyed it, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I gotta say, I gotta love you so much. Hugs and kisses. Best love and wishes in the world to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I shall see you later. Oh, before I let this go, hold on. Before I let this go, now, here's the thing. You know, they spam and they get rid of all these YouTubers out there who, you know, are gay or whatever, and they try to take us out, but then they allow stuff like this on our channels. Please send something to YouTube in reference for this, even if you have screenshots of these moments and stuff like that, showing the abuse that a lot of us creators do get in these moments. We're not being taken care of in this way at all. We're not. And yeah, we're not being taken care of in this way. We are being harassed. And YouTube's not really doing anything about it, but they're actually punishing us for being who we are and giving others bigger and higher platforms. So by all means, do me a favor and send that information out to them, letting them know they're not taking care of us the way they should be, or helping us and assisting us in this matter. And if YouTube is a platform where all have the ability to create and show out, then we should all be given equal opportunities to do everything, okay? So, oh, and as far as emails go, yeah, Alicia just posted it for you. So again, hugs and kisses, best love and wishes to you. Y'all, keep it cute. Don't worry about nobody. People, they can't touch me. I'm too old, I'm too wise, I'm too fine for all that, okay? And remember, do not react, respond. We are responders, not reactors, okay? I'll talk to you later.